got some KYB gas adjust shocks for the rear. And yeah, those are going to be real fun since the ones on the car are original. And I'll show you on the car in a second here, but got the sockets out, blah, blah, blah. But I got that out. When there's a Sawzall sitting there, you know what that usually means. They're rotted on there. The bolts and everything, I've been having them soaking in some PB Blaster, but I'll show you on the car here in just a second. Yeah, those guys are really frozen on there. They're rotted. And I have a feeling I'm going to have to cut those off, and that'll be lots of fun because I'm probably going to end up having to cut it off in a bunch of pieces. And I can't, since I've sprayed it with Blaster, I can't take heat. And the fuel tank's out of the car, so I'm not worried about that kind of flame from gas, but all the old rust proofing and things like that, that's a concern. And this car is not burning down, so I'm not going to be able to have option of using the torch and heating them up. They're going to have to get cut off. And it sucks. It's a job that most wouldn't do. So that's probably why these shocks stayed on the car this entire time. So there's where I'm at with the shocks. So I can't do anything else until I can get those bolts out and get the shocks out. So there we are. Lots of fun. Well, I got them cut off. You could see there was the outer sleeve that was on the outside. Look at that. Yeah, there's little pieces of it. And I'm going to go and show you on the car exactly how I did it. But I ended up not using the big Sawzall because of the tightness of everything's all close and in there. There wasn't any room to fit that big Sawzall. So I ended up going and getting one of these. It's a baby Sawzall. It's an air compressed type. Air compressed type. McGraw makes it. Picked it up at Harbor Freight. 25 bucks. Man, did this thing save me. But as you can see, it's got that little guy right there, that little needle nose hacksaw. And what it was able to do is, as the shock is in the car, I was able to get right up alongside it and cut these guys right off, which are really these. You can imagine that. Had to cut these guys off. Then I was able to go in there with some channel locks and then just twist them, and they would just spin. And here's the bolt right here, one of them. And as you can see, this was a small nut at the very top of it that you couldn't even get a wrench on, and you see it's all rounded off and rotted. So to get the bottom nut off that was just spinning, that I could put a socket on, I ended up just going ahead and getting the old trusty Dremel with a cutoff. And I would take the actual bolt and I would cut it in like a pie. I would cut it in sections, then I would take a chisel and break off a piece. So yeah, it was a bit of a job, and I'll go over and I'll show you on the car exactly. I left like the ears, I'll call these right here. I completed one side, but I got both cut off, and then the ears for the other side, the driver's side, is what I left those on to show you what happens after I get this cut off. And yeah, it's lots of fun. But you know, if you got the right tools, you can get this sort of a job done. This is one of those, wow, just wow. Okay, see, now you see where the bolts are right there, and that's where I cut on the very sides. I cut on the side with the Sawzall here, the little Sawzall right here, and right here. And that big one was just not going to get up in there. So now what I'll do is I'll take the Dremel and I'll take the centers of the bolts and I'll cut them, like I said, like a pie. I'll cut it straight in the center, then across, and then I'll just take the the Dremel cut off, and I'll cut around the outside perimeter of it, removing the head on this side. Then the rest of it I can pop it off from the bottom. Just take a punch it straight up, and it'll pop right off from the top area of the shock tower. But yeah, it's lots of fun, and I'm able to get them out without any damage to the tower or anything like that. But I want to be able to preserve that, and before I install the new shocks. So, okay, there's the last of little pieces and stuff that I got off. Just all little
Just had to completely destroy these, get these off the car. So, yeah, see how I had to pry and get them off? Just terrible. So let's go look at the car. Pretty nice in through there now. Well, again, that Eastwood there does a nice job coating everything. But yeah, so I could say the shocks are in. Man, these suck to do. These really did. But yeah, they were a nightmare. You guys, nice shiny bolts. They won't stay shiny though. Well, this what you're looking at right here is a bumper I was able to find on Marketplace, and it's a replacement for the one I had. You can see the chrome's really nice on it. Kind of got it stowed away here in the corner, but really nice chrome. There's no dents, no imperfections in it other than just cosmetic. Maybe it might down the road need a re-chrome, but it's in a whole lot better shape than the one I had. Just clean it up, put it on the car, pretty much. Here, I'll show you that old one. Got it sitting outside here because, well, I don't need it. But it had some really bad, not in the greatest of shape. You can see there's a dent right here, right here. Plus, when you look at it from back, it's kind of bent downward because it took a shot right around this area and from the top. Not only that, I'll get around this bush here, but right here in this corner, you can see right there, it's got holes in it, some rot. So it would have needed to be repaired in addition to needing re-chromed, whereas the other one just may need a re-chrome down the road. I mean, it isn't in terrible condition, but it's just not good enough. So, yeah, I think we got to step up from it. And these are the original brackets for mounting it onto the frame, from the bumper to the frame. Those are the old bolts. I'm going to pick up some new chrome bolts, the ones that are on the outside of the car. But the lights I tested, the sockets, they work. Everything's fine there. But we'll get some new chrome bolts, and when the time comes, we'll mount them on the car. I'm definitely going to clean these up, spray some Eastwood on them, get them nice and coated, and the inside of the bumper as well. I'm going to, wire wheel it and then spray some Eastwood on the inside of it and clean up the outside chrome, and should be good to go.
Alright, well, got this bumper here. I cleaned the inside of it really well, and I sprayed some Eastwood in it. Same with the brackets there. Little light holders. Nice. Alright, got these guys. And got the bulbs. 1156s, I believe they are. And then they're just all dirty inside there. They ain't scrubbed. We need to clean this up really good. This one cap lens, it's got a crack in it, but I'm okay with it. It's just, I'll find them down the road. But they're intact. The chrome is okay. It just needs a good cleaning. But yeah, we got to go ahead and get those done. So, got my wire brush, got some rubbing alcohol here, got some contact cleaner. And we'll get to that and get those on, and we put those back in the bumper at least until I get those bolts ordered. Okay, I got the lights mounted back in, ran nicer cable, cord, whatever, power, repaired that one. That one was a little short, so I lengthened it, but you see, got the Eastwood sprayed on here, and that looks fine. Up there, we got that one mounted. So what we got to do is just order the chrome bolts now. They're basically a chrome carriage bolt, but I'll get those ordered, and then we got the mounts right there. But for now, that nicer bumper can just wait until it's time, right?